Welcome to this 35, maybe 40-minute stretch this morning, and all you need is a mat and your beautiful self, and we're going to get straight into it. I want you to have a lay down on that mat when you're ready, and we're just going to take a couple of nice big deep breaths here, just centering ourselves on the mat. If you place one hand on the belly, the other hand on the chest, you want to rise that hand on the belly as you take a big inhale, and then a nice, slow, long exhale. We're going to do a few of those here. Just getting yourself centered back inside your cells, back inside your body. With every deep breath, sinking deeper onto that mat. You're going to pull your heels together up onto the mat so your knees are wide apart. Keep taking those nice deep breaths here. Most important thing about starting any type of stretch or mobility is getting yourself just in a really nice relaxed state. The brain's way more receptive when we are in a nice relaxed state. You're going to close your left knee over to your right knee so that both knees are onto the right. Your back's nice and flat onto that mat. Shoulder blades are flat. Take a big deep breath into that left hip where you should be experiencing that stretch. Open that left knee back through to the center where we started, and then close the right knee over to the left. Get a nice stretch in that right hip. Big breath into that right hip. Perfect. We're going to come back into that center position, opening both the legs in the center, and we're going to repeat that move, but we're going to add a little bit of a circle this time. So as we close the left over to the right, I then want you to try and knee yourself in the chin, bringing that knee up towards the chin. Open that leg and rotate it back to the center. And we're going to do the same to the right. So the right comes over to the left. We knee ourselves up in the chin, so a high knee. We open that leg back to the center, and we're going to do a few more of these. So left to right, circle the hips back to the center. Right to left, circle back to the center. Just adding in some nice mobility through those hips there as we do this. And your range of motion, wherever you can get to, that's fine. Nice big loops, opening up that lower back as well. Keep breathing nice and deeply. Couple more there. I love this one. Just opens up that lower back and gets the hips flowing. Great one to do first thing in the morning as soon as you wake up and you're still in bed. Beautiful. Back through to the center here. You're going to close those knees together and spread the feet apart for me here. So nice and wide. Then you're going to drop this left knee down to the floor, relaxing the right knee wherever it wants to land. Couple little pulses, getting that stretch down through the hip flexor of the left side. Big deep breath in through that left hip and swap over. Big deep breath in through the right hip now. A couple little pulses through that right hip flexor. And from here, we're just going to rock side to side, doing a little windscreen wiper through those hips, opening up the knees. Breathing deeply. Learn to enjoy just that stretch and that strength factor of moving the joints in and out. Do a few more here. Perfect. From there, just bringing the knees back through to the center. Keep the feet where they are and just drop the knees in towards each other here. Good. You'll get a nice stretch down through the outside of your thighs. down towards the bottom. You can readjust to wherever you feel that. You might feel a little bit of pressure in the knees. Just relax through that move. You can rock from side to side slightly, getting a nice stretch down deep in the glutes. It's almost the top of the femur where you'll feel that. Beautiful. Relax there. You're going to straighten out both legs for me, laying flat onto that mat again. And I want you to hug the right knee into the chest for me. Pull it right into the chest. And we're going to start looping that hip joint. So driving the knee away and then looping that knee back in. Just adding some circles through that hip. Perfect. Breathing deeply. Creating that stretch and that strength and that pull, that flow. Reverse that circle for me. Rotate the other way. Big deep breaths. Perfect. Whilst you've got that knee in your hand, that right knee, I want you to take that right knee over to the left side of the body. Good, you're getting a nice stretch through that left side of your body. The right arm comes into a 90 degrees, so you're getting a nice stretch through the shoulder as well. And I want your neck to look over that right shoulder. You're going to take a big breath in here. That big twist through the spine is so important for the health of our spine. Helps detox the vital organs every time we twist through that spine. And the brain loves any kind of twisting action. Breathing deeply here. I then want you to kick out this leg that's over the top. So the right leg, make that straight, kick it out. You're going to get a more intense stretch as you do that. Keep looking over your right shoulder. Big deep breaths. Couple more there. From there, coming back, unraveling that stretch, laying flat onto the back, knees bent for me. So you've got a nice flat back again. And taking the right ankle over the top of the left knee for me. So depending on your flexibility, you can either stay here and just push away that right knee, stretching out your hip here. Or you can hang on to that left leg and pull that left leg in, getting a nice stretch in the right glute, and then just a little wiggle from side to side to add some movement into that stretch. Remember, when we do move through stretching, we're doing far more than just a stagnant stretch. We're creating some movement through the joints, the ligaments, the tendons. We're activating the muscles, yet still releasing them through that stretch. And we're also stretching out the nerves through gliding and moving those nerves through the muscle movement. Breathing nice and deeply here. From this position here, if you have your leg up in this position, I want you to straighten out that left leg and then bend. Straight and bend. So every time you straighten out that left leg, you're going to get a more intense stretch in that right glute. Three, two, one. Place that left foot back down onto the ground. Keep that right foot on the top. And then from there, this right foot that's in the air, you're going to take that down to the right side. Nice big stretch through that body and push the knee away from you. Big deep breath in. Bring your arms up into the air and try and rotate the opposite way. So what helps me is if I grab onto my left wrist and pull my arm over with my right, I'm going to get a big twisting action through that body. Big deep breath. coming back through to the center. And we're going to go the opposite side. So the knee on the right side is going to drop to the right. Good. Oh, nice crack there. Arms up into the air. I'm going to grab my right wrist and I'm going to pull it over to my left. And try and relax through that back. Try not to tense through the core. Let everything go floppy. Back through to the center. And we're just going to go side to side there. Pulling the arms in the opposite direction. There's a big full body stretch there. Make sure you're breathing through that stretch. If the arms are too much, you can just do the legs by itself. That's fine. This is a great one to get some mobility and movement in that lower spine. Perfect. Coming back through to the center for me. I'm going to swap those legs over. So lay both legs outstretched. You're going to hug the left knee into the chest, pull that knee right in, and then add some circles through that left leg. Relaxing, taking some big deep breaths for me. Reverse that circle, head the other way. Good. Now while you've got that knee in your hands, you're going to pull that knee over to the right side of your body, stretching out the lower back. Good. Left arm is in 90 degrees, stretched out. And your neck is looking over your left arm. Nice big twist through that spine. Breathing deeply. You want to try and get that breath right down in the belly. Relaxing here. Let everything go floppy. You don't want any tension in the body when you are stretching. Relax the spine. Relax the shoulders, the jaw. Notice where you're pulling tension in the body. Then from there, you're going to kick out that left leg. So you get a bigger stretch through that left side. Keep breathing deeply here. Two more big deep breaths. Relax everything as you take those big breaths. Unraveling that stretch, laying flat onto your back, knees bent. You're going to take the left ankle over the top of the right knee and either stay in this first stretch position here or hug the right knee into the chest with a little wobble or rock from side to side. Breathing deeply from that belly. Imagine your waistband where your shorts are or your pants are. You want to breathe that waistband out in a 360 degrees. So you push out that band using that inhale. Beautiful. From here, placing that right foot back down on the floor, keeping your left where it is. You're going to take that left foot over to the right side. Nice big stretch over. Arms into the air. Grab onto the right wrist and pull it to the left. Looking over to the left. Breathing deeply into that left hip. Big stretch all the way down through that hip. Let that belly go big and floppy. Come back through to the center, and we're going the opposite way. So that left knee drops down to the left side. That right wrist grab onto the left wrist with your right hand and pull over to the right. Coming back through to the center, you're going to just go left and right here, adding some movement. You don't have to do the arms part. You can just do the legs. Breathing deeply. Coming back through to that center position, take that left leg off. So both knees are bent here. From this position, I haven't got this one. Good, we did forget one little one here, so grab back behind the right leg and you're going to straighten that right leg out and bend, straighten and bend just to get a little bit more stretch in that left glute. Let's do 5 more of those. 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one here. Good, taking that left leg off, bending both legs. You're going to straighten out your right leg, grab behind the right knee, and I want you to rotate through that right ankle for me. Nice big circles. Changing directions there, rotate the other way. You're then going to flex your foot, which will give you a little bit more of a neural stretch down that leg. And I want you to try and turn that leg in and out. So as if your foot was on the roof and you're trying to rub a spot away on the roof. Good. You're going to really feel that stretch all the way down through that leg. Perfect. Relax that position, grab behind the knee and just pull in and out gently. If you want a little bit more neural stretch, you can do that with the toes flexed down towards the chin. That's going to add a little bit more of intensity into that stretch. Perfect, relaxing that leg down, swapping sides. So left leg goes up into the air. Good. We rotate through that left ankle. Nice big deep breathing, change directions. Flex the toes towards the chin and you're going to try and externally rotate that leg, wiping that spot on the roof with the foot. It's like a windscreen wiper of that leg. In and out. You're really going to feel that stretch in different areas if you've never done that one before. 3, 2, 1. Grab behind the knee, gentle rocks with that left leg. Beautiful, bringing that leg back down onto the mat. Perfect. From here, I want you to cross your legs in a cross-legged position. Wherever you can get to, that's fine. Now your back will create a little arch, and that's perfectly okay. You're going to bring your arms in a 90 degrees from your ears. So you're getting a nice stretch out here. And we're going to take a couple of deep breaths here just to relax in this stretch. Feel that nice stretch down through the hip flexors. You're going to rotate those shoulders down for me so the palms are facing down. A couple of breaths here. Reverse those shoulders back where we started and change those legs over. So you're crossing the legs in the opposite way. A couple of big deep breaths here. Now, if you are feeling that quite intensely down through the hip flexor, just bring your breath into that area. I know that seems funny, but if you can imagine filling up that really sore space with your breath, it will help saturate that area and it will help just release it faster. Rotate those shoulders back down towards the ground again. That will require a little bit of strength. We are not completely relaxed doing that. We are physically adding a bit of resistance into that. That's good. And now we can relax those shoulders and you should get a little bit more rotation back. Big deep breath here. Good. You're going to bring those knees, both knees into the chest. Hug both knees into the chest and just rock from side to side along the base of that spine, massaging that sacroiliac joint. Perfect. From here, either rock yourself up to sitting or roll over and sit yourself up. So from here, what I want you to do, bring your right hand underneath your right knee and grab onto your left knee. Interlace the fingers on that left knee, and I want you to push the back as if someone's grabbing your spine and trying to take you away. Nice hunch through that spine, drop the neck, and just do some little pulses with that neck. You're going to feel the neural stretch kick in there. Good. Now you're going to lift forward, trying to touch the chest towards the knees. Big deep breath in before going back into that hunch again. Now this time as we hunch, I want you to look left with that neck. Get a stretch all the way up that left side of the shoulder blade and the neck. And then look right. You'll get a different type of stretch there. Keep pushing back into that stretch. And you're going to go left and right here gently. Breathing as you do that. Good. Come back through to the center. You're going to try and straighten out that right leg and bring it back to the ground. You'll get quite a neural stretch when you do that. So that's why we're just doing little pulses into that stretch. Good. Once again, we're adding that strength component as well because that's going to help release that muscle so much faster. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Relax. We're going to swap over. So the left hand comes under the left knee. It grabs onto the right knee. Interlace that hand and push back into the mat. Get that neck. It'll feel a little bit better this time because we've already done that stretch. A couple of nods with that neck because we glide the nerves by doing that. Push forward with that bust. Straighten the spine out. Imagine you've got a ball on the top of the head and you're pushing it into the roof. Big deep breath in and out. And then come back into that hunch again, looking left and right. It's quite an intense stretch all the way up through the sides of the neck here. So just be gentle with yourself. Whatever position you can get to and rotation you can get to is fine. Creating some new mapping in the brain, different movements. Coming back through to the center, straightening out that left leg and bending. We've got 5 more of these. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. I want you to go over onto all 4 for me. So in an all 4 position here, you're going to imagine someone's pushing your sternum up so your center of your shoulder blades and your spine is trying to touch the roof. You're going to keep that locked there, and I just want you to do some pelvic tucks. So imagine you've got a pen on the end of your tailbone and you're drawing up and down the wall with that pen. Good. Little movements there. We're not trying to create cat-cow. That's why I want you to lock your shoulders out and just do that lower half. Nice relaxed neck in neutral position. From here, you're going to keep your knees exactly where they are, but you're going to turn your entire upper half of the body over to the left. Good. You're going to get a big stretch through this right side of your body. Now, in this position, I want you to do the same thing. Little cat-cows with that pelvis. It's quite difficult, but you're going to get an amazing stretch down that right side of your body through the QLs. Good. Now, from here, keeping your hands where they are, you're going to sit back and away from this right hand. So we're kind of going 45 degrees behind us, away. And you're going to get a massive stretch all the way down this right arm, all the way down the right side, and then come back up. And again, push away, 45 degrees behind you, back. I love that stretch. Away, and depending on where your knees bend, if they don't like bending in a full 90 degrees, you can just hunch the back more and push to the side. Come back to the center. Hunch the back, push away, and you'll get the same type of stretch as if you're pushing down into those knees. Good. One more there. Coming back through to the center, we're going to do that to the opposite side. So turning the body, keeping the knees straight, cat-cow the back here. Breathing deeply. Good. From there, we're going 45 degrees away from this left hand behind us. So we're pushing back and away. Good. Bending through the knees if you can, and coming back through. Such an intense, beautiful, deep stretch all the way up that left side of the body. And it's really hard to find a stretch that will do that whole left side. This is it. So remember, if you can't bend those knees due to a knee issue, you're going to hunch the back and just lean away. Hunch the back, lean away. Good. A couple more of those for me, depending on where you're doing that. And coming back through to the center. Beautiful. From here, you're going to come down, so into child's pose. If you can go on your knees, that's beautiful. If you can't, just drop your elbows down to the floor and stick your bottom up into the air. So either way, just do what works for you. You're going to bring your neck to the left. Big deep breath, pushing your belly into the floor, into your thighs. Coming back up through to the center. This time I want you to kick out your left leg like that. So I want a flat foot on the ground. As soon as you have a flat foot and you rotate that ankle onto the ground, I want you to try and just move and rock slightly through that position. You're going to get a very deep stretch through the inner thigh here. That's exactly where we're targeting for. A couple of little rocks there. If you don't want to rock, you can just rock the foot and it'll do the same thing. Place a pillow under the knee if you find that uncomfortable with your knee. And if you can't feel that stretch, you can come all the way down to the floor into that child's pose. But keep that foot flat on the ground. So you've got three options there. You can just rock the foot. You can keep that foot flat on the ground and rock the body. Or keep the foot flat on the ground and come all the way into child's pose. Beautiful. Coming back up through to the center, we're going to swap sides. Right foot out. Roll that ankle so that it's flat on the ground. Choose what works for you, what feels comfortable for you. I like the rocking position here. A couple of big deep breaths. We're usually pretty tight in that inner thigh, most humans, so this is a really nice one. It also works the ankle joint, mobility of our ankles. Perfect. Good. Relax there, come back through to the center, and we're going to lay out straight onto this mat. You're going to bring your arms 90 degrees, bring your neck to the left. You're going to squeeze the glutes and push your pubic bone down into the mat and lift the arms up here. Hold them. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax them back down onto the mat. Rotate them and give them a nice stretch out. Squeezing the shoulder blades together. Keep squeezing the glutes if you want to protect that lower back and pushing the pubic bone down into the floor. Let go of those hands, reverse them, come back through to the mat, and you're going to change that neck position to the right. Same deal here. You're going to push that pubic bone down, squeeze the glutes, lift the arms up, hold them. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're going to reverse them, rotate them, stretch out behind you. Big deep breath in. Keep pushing that pubic bone down to the floor. Unravel that stretch. Let go of the hands. Come back through to that 90-degree position. Relax down there. Good. From here, bring the elbows in and lift up. Just slightly. We're not going too high here. We're just lifting up from the elbow position. So if you feel that in your lower back, you can squeeze your butt together just to take the edge off it. This is a really important position we should be able to do, is with our spine. Good. Relax down. You're going to bring your hands down onto the mat and your forehead down onto your hands. And I want you just to kick your knees side to side for me. Beautiful. We're going to do that same move, but spread the legs wider so that you're rotating in. So your feet and ankles are flat on the ground. And then you're going to do a couple more kicks here. We're going to go a little bit wider again, but flatten the top, the center of the knee down onto the ground and your ankles. So this is a little bit tricky. And a couple of kicks. Good. From there, you're going to keep your legs where they are in that semi-frog position. Reach up and drive the knees like you're trying to squeeze the floor with your knees down onto the ground. So now you're going to feel it in the glutes here. 3, 2, 1. Relax, bring the legs back to the center. Place your hands down, forehead down, and we're going to get some breathing in. So I want you to go as floppy as you can here, relaxing your head onto the hands. Relax every part of your body, readjust to where's comfortable. Make sure your chest is nice and flat down on that ground. And you're going to take a couple of deep breaths here. As you breathe in, you're going to push your belly button down onto the ground. As you breathe in here, you're going to push that belly button down onto the ground. Pull that breath up into your rib cage. Imagine it floating all over your shoulders. And then exhale that breath. Keep working with the breath that you've got. If you've got a shallow breath, just slow it down. Just use what you've got. You want to try and rise this lower part of your back every inhale you've got. So even if you place your hand on your back here, you should feel that lower back rise. This is a great stretch for lower back pain. A couple more deep breaths here. And you are finished. Oh, what a beautiful stretch. Hopefully you enjoyed that stretch. You can use this anytime you like, anytime you need to really get a full body relaxation and stretch and a little bit of mobility in there as well. So enjoy.